You see, when it comes to these type of individuals right here, they all got one thing in common: pedophilia, sick. You know, just people that think they can get away with whatever they want to do. And this is something that they've been doing even before they even became famous or superstars within the acting career, with their producing career, which is highly weird, or the hip hop, you know what I'm saying, career. And it's sad to say, because we got so many of our young ones that can't defend themselves, that maybe didn't get justice by exposing what these people do or what they done to them. You know, I said it once in my video, like I did the video about Stephen A. Smith, about him saying that he don't care about the Jeffrey Epstein files. I was a victim myself, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that I thought that would protect me and save me and guide me was never gonna be that type of individual and monster. And unfortunately, I suffered the consequences just like many other victims. That's why I hate these type of people. I can't stand them. Just like DJ Akadidi talking to that 15-year-old minor boy. And the minor hold himself down, you understand what I'm saying? But they kept on pushing it and pushing it. I mean, disgusting behavior by grown-ass men. And that's what happens with a lot of these people that are within this industry, that sign their name in blood, that come into a deal with the devil themselves. They figure, hey, why not? You know, I'm gonna be making millions. I'm gonna be making, you know what I'm saying, a favoritism about myself. Ain't nobody gonna think about me in that way. Ain't nobody gonna look at me in that type of shape, way, or form. I can get away with it. Whatever the masters want me to do, I'ma abide and follow the regulations and follow whatever they say so I can get to where I gotta get to. This is the mentality and the way of thinking of these animals. There's nothing contradictable. There's no coincidence in this. This is something that they do in their rituals. They practice this every day, and especially when you within a quote yourself. But tell you something, every celebrity, from Drake, from P. Diddy, Jay-Z, who you see in my thumbnail, Kevin Spacey, an actor that got caught up doing that sick, crazy shit, behaving in a very peripheral way when it comes to minors. You know what I'm saying? But also Tigger and so many others, Weinstein, Epstein, who did sex trafficking in his own island, who had government officials as Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and so many others conducting themselves in this manner and getting away with it for so many years. It's exactly why I expose these monsters. I expose these figures, because in reality, we too have a voice. We too have our opinion. We too have a right to defend what's right and wrong. And righteously, I am a God's child. Don't get me wrong. I've done bad things in my life, but nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the hood, so, you know, I sold dope. You know, I hustled. You know what I'm saying? I went through my hard knock life. You know what I'm saying? I did things that I'm not proud of, but nothing to this level, nothing to this extent. My mama raised me right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, son, any of these monsters is to do this to any of my nieces, nephews, whoever it is that I'm related to, or even a child that I don't know, I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. That's my attitude. That's the way that I am. That's the way my mother raised me to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't conduct yourself in this type of behavior with no one. And I thank God that I'm able to speak for those that are voiceless, that don't have a voice, that are afraid to talk about what they've been through, and, you know, everything that they had to endure, the torture, the pain, the sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? And for a lot, there is no healing. There is no therapy. A lot of them commit suicide, go through depression, sadness. I mean, it gets bad. I know, because I went through a highly, greatly depressed time in my life, I even tried to contemplate suicide so many times, but God had my back. Even when I lost faith and I lost hope, God still had my back regardless of the fact. But these are people right here in this thumbnail that the world should see for what they really are. And there's so many more that behave and that conduct themselves in this type of behavior. And if they don't, there's something that's called the humiliation ritual. They will have to humiliate themselves to be able to surpass the ritual and the agreement that they wrote in the application when they wrote their name in blood. I know y'all hear the music in the background. This is how it is in my hood, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to apologize for that, but I love it, you know what I'm saying? They be jamming music to the top of their lungs. Sometimes I can't even do video for hours because the music is so loud. But I decided today to do it anyways. Big ups to my people jamming the music, you know what I'm saying? I'm half Jamaican myself, so big ups to all my Jamaicans. But back to these animals, back to these monsters. There's so many victims that want to seek justice but can't seek justice because they don't have the proper money to get the lawyers or to even present it in court. And monsters, elites in this figure get away with it because of the money that they possess. So when you challenge yourself to go against upon the monsters, the machine, the elites, it's going to be very hard and very difficult for you to prove your innocence. And especially when you have no help or you have nobody there to guide you and represent you or represent for you in the matter that you deserve, knowingly that you really went through that. Because there's a lot of women that be doing bullshit and they be trying to get an athlete's bag or a rapper's bag talking about that they got R-A-P-E, and it's a damn lie. This video, I'm doing it for the ones that really have gone through it and really were AR'd and really was molested and assaulted and groomed. You know, me being a victim myself when I was a kid, the words hurt me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get sensitive and emotional and pissed off about it because I know how much it can affect a person. It can affect you in any type of way. It doesn't matter if you try to move on with your life or not. It's gonna always resonate in your mind. It's gonna pinch you. It's gonna make you think about it. Sometimes I dream I wake up in cold sweats with tears in my eyes because it's fucked up what I had to go through. So I can imagine all the victims out there. My heart goes out to every victim out there. When it comes to animals, to monsters, to figures this way that be doing this to kids, to minors, to women, to men, even to little boys. I mean, this is the world that we're living in today. A sick, demonic, devilish, elite figure machinery world that controls every aspect when it comes to this type of content or when it comes to this type of nature and their behavior of having this pedophilia, fetish, and sickness that they carry within themselves. And I'm gonna tell you something. I know there's so much tapes, videos that they possess because their fetish is to actually see their victims suffer. Once they gain that power and they feel that they can gain control over the victim, they'll do whatever just to satisfy their sick and devilish and psychotic needs. And this is why I do videos of this manner, because even before YouTube came out, I used to go to, events. I used to go to like, schools, and I used to go to, ceremonies and things to that nature, congregations and things like that. I talk about things to this nature because I'm not the only one who went through this. There's so many that are still afraid of talking what they've been through or talk about their experience and what they had to endure, that they have no voice. Well, I'm the voice. I'm one of the voices that's going to speak up for them, just like I'm speaking for myself. You understand what I'm saying? The man that did this to me, he's no longer here in this world. God doesn't like ugly. And when you do something like that to his kids, he'll make you pay for it. Slowly but surely, and painfully, and brutally. Subsequently, there's no right, or there's no right way of talking or putting this, but I have to put it on content. Why? Because I'm representing for the victims. I myself represent for the voiceless and that are afraid to talk, that can't escape, that can't run away, that can't find justice. I am that voice. And believe me when I tell you, there's so many others out there that just want to be heard, that need help. And if you know that person, help them. Get them out of that situation. Because if it would have been you, you would have liked somebody to do the same for you. You understand what I'm saying? And unfortunately, in today's world, we have these type of monsters and creatures that still wander around and gather around and have these rituals and have these type of fornication parties and get-togethers with sick deeds and sick thoughts and sickness, just manipulations and deception to fool the mind. And especially when it comes to minors, especially when it comes to those that can't think, that don't know right from wrong, that would do anything to be around their favorite actor or their favorite celebrity or their favorite sports star. It doesn't matter what sports you do, whatever it is. You have these devils and these demons lurking, waiting patiently, ready to attack like a predator, to go ahead and take the innocence of your child, of your nephews, your nieces, your sister, your mother. It doesn't matter. They just want to be evil. It's in their blood. It's in their vein. That's how they persist. That's how they move. And that's how they satisfied their evil gods. That's how they satisfied their elite masters, by being this sick, by fornicating themselves into that world. And if you don't, you're going to pay the consequences. Remember, once you write your name in blood and once you make that deal with the devil, there's no way out. The only way out is death. And we already see what's happened to a lot of our hip-hops, soldiers and legends that have spoken about this, like, you know what I'm saying, John F. Kennedy, Malcolm X, and, just so many that have talked about our rights, and especially about things to this nature. Look how they pay. They pay with their life. They sacrifice it all to make a difference, and that's what I'm here for. You know what? If I die, if the government ever decides to want to come after me and kill me, you know what? Hey, let it be. But at least I know I'm doing something right. I'm being the voice for those that don't have a voice when it comes to these type of monsters and this type of pedophilia behavior towards them, what they're going through, and everything that they have to, deal with when it comes to this. I'm telling you, it's hard, it's difficult, it's not easy, and it will lead a lot into suicide mode. Don't think I'm bullshitting. I was one of them. Thanks God that I have gained the strength and become more powerful and become more strong to be able to, move on with my life. So now what I do, I'm there. I'm that voice for the voiceless that can't speak. But I also live my life. I'm more comfortable with myself now because I know it wasn't my fault. I know that when it comes to monsters like these and monsters that pray for kids like this, it's not their fault. It's their fucking fault for what they do to these innocent young kids. And my heart goes out to all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's why when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, when it comes to Eminem, and especially my favorite rapper, Tupac Shakur, and everybody on that level, I got the utmost respect because they put it all out there. Tupac wasn't afraid to talk about the government and the elites. Eminem is not afraid to talk about them. Kendrick Lamar's not afraid. And so many other rappers that don't get the respect that they deserve for talking about this, they're kept deep underground. Because if you put them on the top, a lot of elites would have been arrested, apprehended, and facing real charges. You know what I'm saying? But the elites only do that now when they see that they have no choice of who don't care about you no more. They'll look at you and be like, man, we got 30 more that can make money like you or that can make a lot more money than you. So they don't even care if it's a he or a she. You know what I'm saying? But once you write your name in blood with these people, you have to do what they say. If not, they'll press the red button on you like UMG's doing to Drake. It's just how it is. And y'all already see how sick Drake is. Y'all already see Weinstein, Epstein, you know, even Tigger with Drake partying with the 7th graders, giving them wine coolers, being in the jacuzzi with them with nothing on. I mean, this was years ago, but it's still sickening. It still doesn't give them a right to do that to our kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. So I'm going to continue doing these videos, exposing these monsters and these MFers that just need to be exposed for every category there is when it comes to behavior like this. And I'm going to end this video by saying, make sure you guide and protect your own. Make sure you protect your kids. Make sure you keep your eye open even for your neighbor's kids. You know what I'm saying? Let's help each other. Let's come together. And most importantly, let's be a family when it comes to things like this, because God is always going to be there with us as long as we always act righteous in that way and always be God's sons and daughters. You understand what I'm saying? But I just want to say my heart goes out to every kid in the world who's going through it, to every child, to every minor, to every teenager, man, woman who's going through this. My heart goes out to you, and I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep being the voice. I gotta keep speaking, because if I don't, then who is gonna do it? And if anybody out there is going through this, please don't be afraid to comment me. Please don't be afraid to reach out for help. Please don't be afraid to ask for advice. Please don't be afraid to ask if there's any way that you can seek help or I can help you, because trust me, with all my heart, I definitely will. But I'm going to end the video right here. There's your boy Chico Black, a.k.a. Jaloso. Y'all comments down below. We'll go from there, family. And make sure you keep your eyes open for monsters like these. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.